All right. So, last time you continued your exploration of this tomb. And in the many pillared halls, you discovered a couple of small rooms, one of which contained a mummy. Managed to defeat the mummy, claiming the jewel that it was holding on to for your own. And then Elrond began to play with the crown and the scepter that you found on a large obsidian throne. Unfortunately for him, while the crown and the scepter are magical, apparently they weren't entirely benign. And Elrond exists only as a fetid pile of dust on the ground. And the clattering noise the scepter and crown made as they fell to the ground, echoing in the chamber.
I'd like to pick the crown and the scepter up and see if just putting them in my backpack will cause them to teleport. Instead of the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you put them in your backpack. Nothing seems to happen.
Okay, so they don't like the bag of holding. Cool. Alright, I will leave them in there. Just ignoring the fact that the person that I met less than a couple hours ago just turned into a pile of ash. That needs to go in my backpack. The one slot of my inventory that is backpack skip space.
He was a good man.
What was his name?
Elton.
Ah. Cousin of John. Alright, wonder, what can I call that?
You can call that the keyed scepter and the crown of brightness.
Cool, okay.
So, trying to think of where we were.
We are standing on the throne at the end.
Yeah, you're at the top of that dais. You are looking at this throne, which previously had this gold crown and a scepter made up of an electrum rod capped on one end with a gold knob and a silver cap on the other. You had found that inlaid into the front panel of the throne was a small silver inlay in the shape of that crown.
I feel like there was something that we were going to right at the end of our session last week. I'm forgetting what it was. But, so we've explored all the rooms, right?
All of the doors are open currently.
Okay. Say we just start investigating the rooms again and see if there's something we missed. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Do another eyeball check in all the rooms.
Yeah, can we go to the top left room, please? And I'll, does anyone have great investigation? Mine's so-so.
I do.
Take the lead.
Okey-doke.
Alright, so yeah, you begin investigating your old steps. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Rolling
If
as
I'm
we
helping-
discussed. I should do repeat rolls, shouldn't I? Sorry about that.
It's fine.
Okay, yeah, 1625.
Yeah, as you're looking around. So you check out the top left room, the top right room, the center room. Don't really find anything other than what's been described previously. The top left room appears to still be empty. The top right room just has that broken sarcophagus, the desiccated remains of a smashed mummy. The middle room has little metal and shield and sword fragments all scattered on the ground, leading north into that room with the fountain and the dead bodies that you had previously gone through. And on the eastern wall of that northern room is this mosaic green devil face. And it's as you're examining that there is a shudder, and 3 bodies come flying out of that portal, landing prone on the ground.
Thump, 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 thump.
Yeah.
Okay, doke.
Yeah, a dwarf, a half-orc, and whatever the fuck Nuffy is.
Goliath. It's literally like the 3 different sizes you can get.
Yep.
Small, short-statured, beefy statured, big, thick statured.
Big old thick boy.
Mhm.
All right. Well, hi.
Who are these guys now?
Weird. We just lost 3 party members. So strange.
Curious.
I'm kidding. I didn't say that. So, what swamp did you guys fall through?
I was venturing in the high forest. And then there was this portal near the Shadow Top Cathedral.
And you went through it? You went through a portal. You were unsure of the destination. You just walked through it.
I sure did.
Right fits for this group.
Yeah. You'll fit right in here. All right, get in line.
I am a soldier for the city of El Torel, where I spent most of my years fighting in the name of the crown. It wasn't until recently that I and a couple of men were put on a task ordered by the king to investigate a strange source of power that comes from a local dungeon. When we arrived, we didn't know what happened. Torches went dark. The sounds of crying out men slaughtered beneath our feet one by one. I fortunately saw this horrific beast like a black specter emanating a dark aura to the room. I ran towards the thing as it chanted some vulgar words, and next thing you know it, I ended up here.
Well, somebody wrote you a nice little script.
That's what I was thinking.
Nope, I did.
That sounded very scripted. No, I'm just messing with you. No,
Yep.
That's cool. It's cool. Well, we're Well,
did
actually,
that.
Royce, and Steve would be the only ones that actually are originally from the original El Terrell party.
Yeah, but nobody knows a lowly soldier, you know? It's like...
Well, no,
I'm
but
just
the
kinda
fact that you guys are from El Terrell and we're here, where the party's main quest is to restore LTL back to the material plane.
Right.
So,
Well, my character's home place is the Core Spires.
okay.
All right.
Well, anyway, that leaves,
Yeah. Can I just say I
Can I
filled
just
them in?
join?
That's
Yeah.
yeah. Can I just say that we filled them
Royce-
in on everything?
Yep. Royce has this impeccable memory of just remembering the entire campaign.
Yeah.
just
And then I-
fills everybody in. So we just have what approximate time would you say it is? Have we took a long rest, or no? We're not near a long rest yet, are we?
You guys had recently taken a long rest. It's about halfway through an adventuring day.
Okay, I wasn't sure, so we'll just keep going then. No, I was saying we could take a long rest for Royce's, or a short rest for Royce's story time. Gather around the campfire, boys.
I mean, you can take a short rest. Short rest
Anybody
is easy.
need
It's
it?
a long rest, that's harder.
Yeah. Did anybody need short rest charge stuff?
I don't think so.
I think we're all good because we
Yeah.
haven't been in a fight since the
The mummy.
mummy, and we took a long rest after that. But yeah, we could just, for curiosity's sake, just do some. Dalthor is going through the bag of holding with all of these random items in it, and he comes across the instant fortress, and he recognizes it. And I never said a command word on it as Rex. So Dalthor is just gonna throw it in the middle of the room of columns.
Would
Okay.
it touch the pillars?
No, just like throwing it in the middle of one of the 10x10s. Like it will touch the pillars when it expands. I'm just curious what'll happen.
All right, you throw your instant fortress into the middle of the room. Let's see here.
Yeah, so I'd be going in the middle of the columns that are between the dais and the middle door. So not the direct dead center of the room, not close to the dais, actually direct center of those columns. So one tile north of center.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How tall is this room again?
That's what I'm looking up.
Yeah, that's what I was just trying to think. I was like, wait, he told us how tall the room is. I wonder if it's too tall.
So the room is 30 feet tall.
Oh, perfect.
I don't like this kid.
Do you need me to throw it?
No,
I
that's
have
not the issue.
muscle.
No, it's the size of a D6. It's all the bigger this thing is. Until you throw it.
Alright, so you throw the fortress. It begins to expand.
Yep.
Pushing into the pillars. You hear the sound of metal groaning and stone shifting.
And we're all in the doorway of that the teleporty room. That's why I was doing it when I did it.
Okay.
So that nobody was just standing in the middle of the columned area, so if anything falls, nobody's in danger immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. As the columns, crack and crumble, you hear the sound of cracking stone, shifting earth. And you notice that it appears that columns that even weren't touched are beginning to show signs of cracking and damage.
Oh, interesting. So, just curious for the instant fortress, does it specify you can stop it in mid, or, I mean, it's instant, I guess, so it literally just goes zoop, big size.
It is not instant, it is quick.
Okay. So I could stop it midway?
No, you cannot.
Okay. I was just curious.
I meant it's quick in the sense that it takes less than a round, but it does not instantly appear, teleportationally.
Yep, it does. It does expand, so it
Correct.
does require...
It displaces stuff in its path.
Yep, that's what I was going for. I want to displace the pillars in its path.
Indeed. And let's see, so it's 20 feet onto a side, so those pillars go, those pillars are going to hold that. Yeah, so, this adamantine fort tower is now standing in the middle of the room. You can see the pillars that were not just knocked over are showing signs of cracking. You can hear, because it's fairly loud when stone cracks. You can hear, the crackling and the shifting. That sandy stone-on-stone grinding noise coming from the room to the south.
So the fortress is fully deployed?
The fortress is fully deployed.
Okay, I'd like to recall it then.
Okay. You see the fortress shrink. You speak the command word, the fortress shrinks, and is now a small cube in the center of the room, ahead of you.
Alright, I'd like to run up there and grab that and then run back to the doorway if I can. Well, I'd like to run out there and then face step back, if that's possible.
Sure. Yeah, you run out there, you grab it, phase step back. You would have noticed with your past perception that the roof, the ceiling in that room, is showing severe signs of cracking as well in the middle.
Kind of figured that would happen. But the room is still standing. Just not very happy with me.
Indeed.
Okay. So I'll look at the party and... So that's cool. And then I just chuck the cube back in the bag of holding. So basically, there's what's it, 20 by 20 on the side?
Yes.
So it
So
would have
did we
taken
just open a secret door?
No. I just threw a basically
wait.
a building that expands from the size of a piece of, like a dice.
I see.
Out to 20 foot. It's 20 feet on a side and 30 feet tall.
So you got another, one of those fortress things.
No, we still had it. It was on Rex's
Okay.
body in
Okay.
the bag of holding.
I
Rex had
see,
all of
okay.
his inventory inside the bag of holding, and that's a magical item, so it wouldn't have been destroyed by the roly thing.
Right. Okay, cool.
So, I was just curious what would happen if tried to expand it into rock. So it will expand. As long as there's, volatile space. I'm sure if we tried that in a 10 by 10 hallway, it wouldn't expand as quickly or easily, I'm assuming. Not asking for an answer, just stating my thoughts. Okie doke. So this is the only room that I'm familiar with in this area. So can I ask the party where they came from? And get a rundown and then see if maybe working back would be a good idea, or
Yeah, we can do that. I'm completely out of ideas. Cool with me.
yeah. Okay, Dick. So we just basically partially destroyed this room, and we're just gonna start walking back the other way.
Which way?
The way that was originally entered in by the party.
Is a closed door with no obvious means to open it.
Oh, so
That-
we're stuck in this area. Okay.
That door that you had previously pushed the 3 swords into to open it closed on its own after you had entered the room.
Ah, okay.
And on this side, there are no such lozenge-shaped openings.
Can Delthor take a look at that door? Just, curiosity's sake, since he's never
Sure.
actually looked at it.
Make an investigation check.
All right. There, that looks a little bit better for rolling for you.
Alright, yeah, you look at it. It is from the side, it appears to be a 10-foot wide, 10-foot tall slab of blackish gray metal that, has like a real tight seam to the stone walls and the stone floor. But there are no obvious mechanisms, hinges, or whatnot on it.
All right. Let's just run it. Have we done a thorough investigation of the pillared room? I don't believe I have.
Hey, can I just ask what happens if we touch these pillars since I have known nothing of what happens?
Well, we would have laid that on you, like, hey, by the way, don't touch the pillars, you'll start floating.
Oh, right. Never mind.
Can I say hi?
Yeah, we would carry that information along to the new party members. We wouldn't just leave them blindly in the dark, although maybe, we might not have mentioned it. So, if you touch the pillar, we'll just lasso you with a rope and just carry you around like a balloon for the hour that you're levitating and then let you back down. The entire time you'll be pulled towards the northwest corner. Or was it southwest corner? Or northwest?
You were pulled to the northeast.
Northeast? Okay. Yeah, so the entire time, if you do touch one of the pillars, you will be slowly dragged towards the northeast.
You get dragged into the devil face. Right?
Yes. And, we know what happens, but we don't know what happens.
The last party member you saw, touch one of those disappeared, never to be seen again.
Like, he didn't go through a portal, he just, Edis Deletus gone, so we're not going to try touching that thing. Hey, what's up, Sven? So yeah, could I do a full rundown of the pillared room?
You already did that.
We have done that? Okay.
Yeah, the first thing you did this session.
Oh, no, that was the 3 rooms. That wasn't the pillared
That was
room.
everything.
That was everything? Okay.
That was everything.
That was for secret doors everywhere, and we didn't
That was
find any. Okay.
Correct.
What's in the bottom right corner?
That was a desiccated body that had a glowing gem in it. Someone grabbed that. I forget who.
It was Ire.
Okay.
And so I got looted by Rex.
Yeah, well, you didn't have that in your inventory, so you better make sure you update your inventory when you loot something, not 2 sessions later.
I'm sorry.
Under, you want to? What was the specifications for that? Since he probably didn't write anything down.
It was a glowing magic gem.
Orange in
It was,
color.
Orange or
Yes.
amber?
It is a glowing orange gem.
Okay.
That was obviously magical in nature.
And did anybody investigate it or no? Okay, let's all retreat into the portal room real quick, and then we'll have people take turns investigating this thing. Because the only thing that we haven't actually taken a look at, because I'm guessing Ira just scooped it up and threw it in his bag. So where our good Arcana checks are.
We did do an Arcana check on it. I ran one, and it was fuck. I had the properties of a spell.
Guys, take notes, please.
I know. I'm sorry.
If you're going to be running checks, like it, just write it down, because now we're going to be sitting here doing all of it again. Just write it down.
I know.
No, you don't.
I'm the worst.
Don't. You're fine. You're fine.
No, I could.
Does anybody?
All right.
So does anybody right now have identified?
I believe Steve does. Mr. Angel Boy.
Angel Boy, I hear you. Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's here. I don't know. Are you still driving, sir? I will assume he is still driving.
All
Yeah,
right.
we're running out of caster classes.
These squishy casters do seem to die with an alarming alacrity.
I can semi-cast.
Yeah, but you're damaged built. Okay, I mean, I guess take a short rest, and I'll play with this gem for an hour and see what happens.
Cool, me.
So,
All right.
we're gonna retreat into the portal room, and we'll take a short rest. If we want to have somebody by the door, we can, I guess, but not important.
Okay, sure. The hour passes. There's nothing of note that happens.
Okay.
So you've had a successful short rest, if any of you need to do anything with that.
Yeah, I get my
And-
face step back, so.
Yep. Dalthor, you've been playing with that gem.
Yep.
Can you make an Arcana check, please?
Hey, I'm actually sort of okay at those. I mean, it's not a negative number, so that's a good thing, right? Oh, shit.
All you've been able to figure out is that it has a very strong aura of conjuration about it.
Right. Conjuration. I spent enough time with magic people to know that conjuration spells will be not lethal, but fun.
Okay.
Could we
So-
try touching it to the throne? Maybe, I don't know.
Well, it was next to a desiccated corpse. What? You want to define that desiccation more? Is it just dead, deteriorated, or does it look like it was vaporized? Or
It had more of a charred quality to it.
okay, so somebody went poof when they were playing with this gem over in the corner there. Good to know.
Can I pop a divine sense?
Absolutely. You pop a divine sense. Let's see, you guys are in that northern room.
Doors are open, right?
Doors are open, yes. It only has 30-foot range, though. Yeah, so Divine Sense does not tell you anything. Nothing that triggers Divine Sense is in range.
Okay. Okay. I'll wait.
I'm sorry, I'm incorrect. That gem.
Well, that's great.
That gem pings as a desecrated object.
Desecrated. Good.
So what does that mean?
Means it is unholy.
Consecrated is holy, desecrated is unholy.
Yeah, I'll share that information with him, and I'm be like, keep that thing away from me.
I'll just look at it, sniff it, and then put it in the bag of holding again.
Okay, we put it in the bag of holding.
All right, I'm not going to continue playing with it.
Dude, I do not know what to do.
Can I take a look at that throne where we got the brightness helmet thing?
Uh-huh.
I'd like to go up there and do another looky-loo. I don't know if I actually looked for secret doors or if I just investigated for removing the silver. So, can I do another looky up there?
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Gentlemen, while we're doing this, just want to say, hope you're having a beautiful evening, and I'm back.
Nice.
Welcome in, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
So, you know,
I'm happy with that
so
roll.
contrasting with the pastel colors of the floor and pillars of the hall is the stark blackness of the huge dais on the southern wall, atop which sits an obsidian throne, inlaid with silver and ivory skulls. Upon the throne is where that crown and that scepter had rested. And as you're looking around, you still see that there's that small crown-shaped inlay on the lower front panel of the seat. And you also, as you're looking around, notice that the dais on which it sets, the stonework is not mortared at the back of the steps heading up, such that it's possible that you think like the dais might collapse in and be able to invert.
Oh, so we can tip backwards, kind of?
Well, think of it like a series of concentric steps upward, right?
Okay.
The center portion looks like the way is that you could also invert it, so that it could also be a step down if the dais was to be built in reverse, based on the way that the steps are designed.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So it looks like that this can elevate and decel, or like an elevator kind of. It can go up and down and be stairs both directions.
Correct.
Okay.
Currently, you step up to the seat.
So we're thinking hidden door underneath the seat.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how to trigger it.
Is it possible to... it's stone. I was just going to say, can I just, rip it out of the floor?
Well, remember, I tried taking the silver off of the chair with chisels and tools, and it did not have any effect on the stone.
Right. Okay, never mind.
Like cartoon where the guy starts hitting a hammer and the chisel bends. That's basically what happened.
Are you sharing that information that you found, Daltor?
Yeah, I'd be passing this information on. Hey, you guys, notice how that looks? Looks like the steps this could go the other way.
Yeah, and also the information of that, because obviously I wasn't, but of the chisel and all that not being effective on it.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I'd be like, I tried chiseling this, so that didn't work. You can see there's no tool marks around the silver that I tried stealing.
Yeah. I'm gonna pop another divine sense to get a on the throne.
Standing on the throne, or well, not standing on the throne, but next to it.
Well, I mean, within the 30, it would be within the range. I'd stand within the range of the throne.
Sure. And you do get a slight ping. It appears to be coming more from that inlay. That silver crown inlay is desecrated, though the seat itself is not.
Does this... Okay. Could I... Nope, never mind. I'll think about it more and I'll come back to you.
Maybe someone sits on the throne with the crown and the scepter on?
You want to fucking try? You see what happened to the last guy?
I'll give it a shot. Let's do it. I'll give it a shot.
All right, I pull the crown and the scepter back out of my bag, and we remember which end Elrond met his demise on, correct?
Gold is good.
Silver
so gold is good, silver is bad, and we haven't used the electrum rod yet, because he did specify there are 3 parts.
Right. Is there can I investigate the chair itself and see if there's a keyhole that's made of the scepter, maybe for...
Oh, that chair has been thoroughly investigated. I got a +10 on my investigation, so he would have said that if that was.
Okay.
he would have said that if there was something there.
All right, you pull out the scepter and the crown. You hand it to Royce. So, Royce, what do you do?
Put the crown on,
Okay.
hold the scepter in my hand, and I sit on the throne.
All right. So you put the crown on. Immediately, the room looks brighter, like it's in daylight. And you sit on the throne. And everyone around you hears a little click.
Aha.
And down on the front panel of the seat. You know, it's pretty obvious for everyone except you, Royce, because you're sitting on the seat and it's like on the front of the chair. They can see that little silver inlay has popped out a little bit and is now raised about 1/4 of an inch above the surface.
I push it.
It does not move.
Well, then I take my chisels out and try stealing it again.
You fail.
Damn it.
Can we turn it?
Pull it.
Yes, you guys push on it, you pull it, you twist it, you bop it.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
It does not react.
Can I touch it with the scepter?
What part of the scepter?
Silver.
You touch
I was just.
the silver end of the scepter to the silver crown. And it effortlessly pushes back into the seat.
I was just gonna say that.
Royce the Puzzle King.
And you guys feel a little rumble as the dais you were standing on begins to move and descend. It descends like the 1.5 feet to the next level of the dais, the next seat. And you can see in the back, against the wall behind the seat, you know, about like a step, just slightly shorter than the step, an opening. As more rumbling, the second level now descends down to the first. More of this hallway you can see. The more rumbling, the third layer descends, and it's now all flat level with the floor. Continues to descend. Just, you know, clunk, clunk, clunk. Instead of being 3 steps up, it is now 3 steps down. And behind the throne, now visible, is a narrow passage that looks to lead to the south.
Door.
No door, just an open passage.
Yeah. Oh.
Those of you with dark vision can see it goes about 20 feet, opening up, and then you can see stairs.
How far can Royce see?
Royce, when you look, your vision ends. Like, you can see this opening, but it is pitch black.
Can I touch the... Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the crown only works in the pillared room.
Mm-hmm. Can I take the... touch the gold end of the crown, of the scepter to the crown?
You can.
I do.
Okay, you touch it. You feel the crown loosen on your noggin.
I hand it back to Dalthor.
Okay, you hand the scepter back to Balthor. You leaving the crown on your head?
No, both. I'm sorry. I hand.
Okay.
And I will put them in my backpack.
All right.
And then I guess I'll start walking down this hallway.
Okay. Yeah, the walls of the area ahead are untarnished and gleaming copper panels set between rare woods inlaid with ivory. The ceiling is silver, formed so as to reflect and amplify light brought into this place. The chamber widens to the south, where a set of gently sloping steps lead upward. These 6 steps, from nearest to farthest, are made of onyx, pink marble, lapis, black marble, yellow serpentine, and malachite. And upon the black marble step, you can see a large cylindrical key made of bronze. At the head of the steps are a pair of huge shining silvery doors.
All right. I would like to slowly and stealthily approach those doors.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
All right. I'm doing so slowly, so I'll get advantage. What is my stealth? 12. 20 keep higher 1 plus 12. Okay. Thank God for advantage.
All right.
I'm rolling like shit.
So yeah, as you put a foot onto the first step, and I'm going to need a Where is that? Sorry, I'm looking for the wisdom save from you.
Is this a trap?
Technically, yes. I suppose it would be counted as a trap. Yes, for
I
the
have
purpose of your
saves
thing.
to avoid or resist traps.
Yes, this would be a trap.
Okie doke. Guess I fucking suck at wisdom saves. Shit.
Yeah, you feel this kind of magic set onto your mind. And that key is especially frightening. And you are unable to proceed past that point.
Was I within 10 feet of him?
Apparently not.
Oh, I was going to say, because if he was, he'd get a +5. +4, I mean.
Now, he was saying he was advancing, and he was the only one that said that. So I imagine the rest of you guys are like all still on the dais looking down this hallway and seeing what happened to him.
Just all leaning out around the stool or the dais, the chair, like the Three Stooges.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking the same thing.
Do it. Okay, but I can retreat and fall back and say the key is really scary.
Yes, you can retreat.
All right, so I go back to the party and be like, the key's really scary.
I'll handle it. So I'll go down.
I say nothing about the step because I don't know why the key is scary now. I just took a step. I didn't hear any traps trigger, so it wouldn't have even crossed my mind that there's a magical trap of some kind there.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go.
All right, you walk down the short, thin hallway. You step onto the onyx step, the black marble step in the middle with this key on it shining at you, and I need a wisdom save. For the briefest moment, you feel like there's some antipathy coming from this key, but you just shake it off.
Okay. And it's in like a lock.
No, it is just resting on the black marble step. It is a bronze cylindrical key. All right, you grab it.
Is there anything I know, like any door? Is there anything?
Say again?
Any doorways or anything I noticed?
Well, yes, to the south, atop the last malachite step, is a pair of these huge silvery doors.
Oh, we'll go to them.
And at about waist height is a cup-like depression in the center of the doors, a hemispherical concavity with a central hole.
Like a circular key would fit in there?
You would imagine it would, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go put the key in there.
All right, you go up there with this cylindrical bronze key and insert it into the hole. The key is forcefully shot back into your hands, along with a bolt of lightning, and you take 6 lightning damage.
Wow.
That tickled, didn't it?
It did tickle. Get angry and strike the door with my gun.
Okay. Make a attack roll.
If you get shocked again, I'm just gonna laugh harder.
And damage.
What Whoops.
Alright, yeah. So you take your Kawinga and you strike these silvery metal doors, scratching it.
Yeah. Fuck that door.
And a moment after you see the silvery scratch, blood, like you critically struck a person, just begins gushing out and flowing down the front of this door out of that scratch.
Oh.
Stream of it
Okay.
going down the stairs. It is absolutely gushing blood. Like, not forcefully, but it is a large volume of blood flowing out of
Like
these
it's
doors.
pissing blood out of it. Okay.
So do we just keep hitting it?
Can I walk down there?
Absolutely.
Can I stop right before the stairs?
Sure.
True sight, see anything?
True sight does not see anything different than I described.
Okay.
Though you
Obviously,
do
I would have
notice...
seen the blood, and I would have seen where it was coming from, correct?
Yeah, you can see where he had nicked the door. You can see the blood flowing down, and it's to the point where it's like, maybe a quarter of an inch deep in that bottom, like below the bottom step. But like that whole hallway area, that dais around the throne is all starting to fill with blood. Like it's about a quarter inch deep now.
And there's nothing weird that I see.
Well, I mean, there's blood flowing out of a metal door. Like, you tell me how
that's
weird
what
you
I
think
mean,
that
but
is.
It just looks like a... Yeah, okay.
Also, while we're here,
Mhm.
just remembered that I am Paladin again. I'm gonna cast Locate Object, and I'm gonna look for the rods.
Okay.
The rod.
Sure. You're there.
1,000 feet.
Uh-huh. So, you cast Detect, or Locate Object, for those adamantine rods. You're standing at that top step. And so that would then be, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40. So that would be 20 feet to the south. 10, 20, 30, 40 feet to the west. And 5 feet down from your current position.
Hey, so do you think the scepter has anything to do with the circular hole?
Possibly.
I mean, like,
You're not down
the
here.
king... Well, I could see all of it.
No.
Can I just walk right behind Steven?
I think everybody, me, can go in there. I'm afraid of the key.
No,
Yeah.
that ended. Sorry.
Oh, that ended
When
as
he
soon as I
picked
left?
up the key, that broke on you. Sorry, I thought I said that.
Okay. Nope. Okay.
All right, yeah. So you
can
guys all go, down that hallway, as you said, up those stairs. You're all congregated at the top of these bleeding doors. You notice as you're all finally ascending to this, that the blood has reached like the top of the first step.
Okay, we're on a clock.
That's it.
It's
Okay,
continuing to pour out.
It has been moments that have passed.
It has been about 36 seconds since you nicked the door.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we need to figure out how to open that door.
Right, so, but if it's if a king
scepter.
or someone... Go ahead.
So what's your idea?
Stick the ball ends of the scepter into the hole.
I'm not using the
Go
scepter
ball
on
team.
anything. I'll hand you the scepter and you can do whatever you want with it. I pull the scepter out of the bag and hand it to him.
Okay. I'll stick the gold end of the scepter in the door.
All right, you take and insert the gold knob into the depression. The blood flow stops, and the doors swing open on silent hinges,
I knew it.
Yeah, good call.
revealing an imposing chamber that has a silvered ceiling just as the foyer had. The walls are of ivory with gold inlaid. The floor is polished agate. In each corner stands a statue of black iron, easily 9 feet tall. That to the northeast stands with a sawtooth, two-handed sword raised to strike. To the northwest, a huge spike-ended mace To the southeast, a sculpture holds a wickedly spiked morning star. And to the southwest of Olg, near the center of the room, is a large bronze urn, filigreed in gold. A thin stream of smoke issues from a tiny vent in its brass stopper. On the southern wall stands a granite sarcophagus that appears to be damaged, and flanking the sarcophagus are two large iron chests.
Okay.
So I haven't had a chance to update the map yet. Give me a second. So Jodan, you're doing Divine Sense?
Yeah.
This entire room is desecrated, as are all of the objects.
Very good.
Yay!
I love it.
True sight, anything?
Nothing different.
Well, nope. I'm waiting for a minute. I have a bad feeling about this room. I think
What was
we're.
you said a giant spiky sword?
Yes, to the
statue.
northeast, there is that 9-foot tall black iron statue. And he's got this weapon raised as if to strike, and it appears to be a saw-toothed, two-handed sword.
This is in the poem.
Can
This is the
I
poem.
check it? Oh yeah. Who's gonna?
The Iron Man.
Pinned. All right.
The Iron Men of Visage Grim do more than meet the viewer's eyes.
Maybe the urn is the ashes of whatever died in that fucking sarcophagus.
So the room doesn't. They don't appear hostile. They're just statues.
They appear to just be iron statues.
Okay. Can I look around the room?
Yes.
All right.
Go ahead and make an investigation check as you poke around the room.
Don't touch anything.
No, I don't intend to touch anything. I'm just looking for traps, secret doors, etc.
All right. So first off, the easy thing. There is a brass stopper at the top of the bronze urn, and it looks like that it could be removed. It's not like integral to the urn. The top lid of the sarcophagus has an inlay on it in platinum that spells a Sararak. And to the northwest, there are gouges in the in front of that statue. There are linear gouges in the floor, pointing towards, from the statue, pointing towards the bronze urn.
Like it was slit across. Like it was
Yes.
dragged. Okay. Does anybody want to pull the brass stopper out? He said it's unattached, so we could take it.
No.
Wait, did the statues look like they've been moved?
The northwest one does.
Okay, man, I really should. Okay, so hear me out. If it's been moved, right? It's been slid. Maybe we could just move that one back or move it towards the sarcophagus. I don't know.
Move it to match the grooves, the scratches.
I guess just kind of retrace it back to where we thought it would be.
Yeah,
Maybe it's a
I like
puzzle.
Well, based on the symmetry of the room, it looks like it's where it belongs, but it also looks like it was moved at some point. So, yeah, can we try to move this thing?
Sure. Whoever's doing the attempt, make a strength athletics check.
I will do that.
I can do it. Okay.
Everyone who is attempting to move it, like it's a large statue, it would require multiple people. Everyone who is attempting to do this should make an independent athletics check.
Okay, well, I'm useless at
I'm
athletics,
helping.
so I'm definitely not helping. I'll make it worse.
All right, yes. With the three of you, you are easily able to just slide this statue forward. And you just hear this, metal scraping stone sound as you pull it forward. Revealing where the statue had stood, because it was on like a little base to keep it from falling over, is a small 3-foot diameter hole that looks to go down about 5 feet and then to the west, out of sight.
Who's
Let's see, hold up.
Yeah.
So when we're looking at it, it would be going to the left.
Yep.
Yes.
Kind of like how the poem says left.
Yeah, the very end of the poem.
Left?
We're at the end of
Yeah.
the puzzle. So left and left
Yeah.
and found my tomb. So you said it's a 3-foot diameter hole, so somebody could stick themselves down there.
Absolutely.
All right.
Like
I'll
a halfling.
No, anybody can fit.
Yeah, anyone would be able to fit
3
through
foot
that.
size.
It's a squeeze, but it'd be possible to go down. So who's going?
Dalthor, I am.
Okay. So you squeeze on down there. Which it's like a manhole that opens up into this rather short, but 5-foot wide hallway that looks to go 10 feet, opening up into a larger hallway with options to go north and south.
All right. Left and left. So.
Do you want to take Royce with you too?
Well, actually, you know what? I'll return to the party, let them know what I found down there, and that it's not, spooky, scary, trappy.
We'll
was
go
there-
south then.
Well, I'm gonna return to the party first.
Right, like this is like what he sees. Like he jumps down that hole. This is what he sees looking west. Like you can tell it goes to.
He relayed all that to the party, so I'm telling him to go south.
Yeah, that's I was planning on. I was just coming back
Oh.
to relay to the party, so the party could join me down here eventually.
I see.
So yes, I will turn left and go south.
Okay. So you
Based
go
on
to that
the
T.
information
Mhm.
I was given from the poem. Because I'm so excited for my soul to die.
Okay, so yeah, you go to that T intersection. You look to the north, you can see it goes 20 feet before turning to the west again. And by the way, this is like a full 15-foot high hallway over here. To the south, it only goes about 5 feet, ending in a 10-foot wide, 15-foot tall, gray metal slab with a small hole in the center of it.
All right. I will pass that information up to the party, and then have them loot and scoot that room.
Yeah, I'll join him and see if that key does anything in that hole.
Which key?
Scepter or the key?
So you guys
The
have
key.
found 2 keys and the scepter. So what do you do? What do you put in there?
The most recent key that I found that he is afraid of.
I was afraid of
He's not. Yeah, he was.
the bronze key, not the pieces key.
Yeah, not the one we assembled, but the bronze.
Okay. So yeah, you insert that bronze key, pull it out, nothing happens.
Okay, so it's another circular thing, so you might want to use
I'll
it.
try. Ire had the other key. Fuck, no. Ire did not have the other key. Someone else had.
Royce, you had the key that was assembled together, don't you?
Yeah, but he's asleep right now. He's a tired pup.
Oh, Royce is no longer with us. Okay.
You could have had the key from him.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the key that was assembled, we'll try that one next. Who's trying it?
I'll do it. Tanky.
Okay. So you insert the key. Nothing seems to happen. You pull it out. And with a rumble, the slab descends into the ground. And beyond is a smallish rectangular chamber with a ceiling that extends 25 feet overhead, and a small depression a few inches deep and about 2 feet square in the center of the floor.
Am I getting closer to the rods or further away?
From what it told you, the rods are from what you remember, and because of the short distance, it's pretty easy. You know that the rods are about 5 feet in front of you and about 10 feet down, and about 5 feet down, beneath the floor.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go in the room then, I guess.
Okay.
Anything of note?
Just that small depression in the center of the floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna dig into it.
With what?
Oh, my hands?
It is a masonry floor. Your hands are ineffective
Well-
at damaging it.
Okay.
Crowbar and mason
I
tools
will-
we have.
I do have a crowbar
Okay. So yeah,
and a hammer.
All right. So you take crowbar and your hammer, start whacking and pounding at this thing, making a god awful racket, and causing no apparent damage to the floor. It occurs to you that it might be magically protected.
So let's get the rest of the party in here now, since we're keep the party together and everybody move in. And anybody else that has ideas?
Can I cast Dispel Magic?
You can cast Dispel Magic.
Cool.
It has no
Do
apparent
that.
effect.
How about Remove Curse?
You could cast Remove Curse on it as well. It
No
would also
apparent effect.
have no apparent effect.
There goes 2 level 3 spell slots.
So, I really want to loot and scoot this room, see what's in the chest. I know that this statue should probably come to life. What can we? So, all the big guys. If we scooted all the statues on one side of the room, and we looted the chests, and if they gave them a lie, could we scoot our ass in the 3-diameter hole and escape?
Well, right now, as I left it and nobody said anything, as far as I'm aware, the party joined us down below.
Oh, okay, we did. Never mind.
I mean, we can go back up the 3-diameter hole. It wouldn't be that hard to, go back up.
It is trivial to traverse that hole. Yes, you can
I
pass through it either way.
I can fit down the hole as a Goliath.
Yes,
Everybody,
it's a bit of a tight squeeze, but it's possible.
Okay.
Under, can I go back up to the top and see if the statues have moved?
Yes, you can go back up to the top and see if the statues have moved. They appear to be in the same position that you left them when you left the room.
Okay, cool.
What was written on the sarcophagus again? Sorry.
It's all right.
I didn't write that down, so.
Sure.
Sararak, I think you said?
Probably the name of the king that was
That
under here.
was the name that
That's our guy.
circles, yeah.
Somebody tried to open the sarcophagus is old and broken, isn't it? Has anyone tried to open the
Yes, it was
sarcophagus?
damaged. No one tried to open it. No, you guys all hopped down that hole.
I
All right,
don't
let's go
want
back
to
up
open
and.
it.
Yeah, because we're in a
Let's
room
go
with
back up.
4 giant metal men that we were warned to not fuck with. Well, it doesn't say that they're technically hostile. The Iron Men of Vicious Grim do more than meet the viewer's eye. One of them was hiding a secret door. So that could have been all that riddle meant.
Right. Can we just?
So
Yeah,
you've
but
left
what
and
about
left
the
and
one on the
found my
wall?
tomb. Now your
What about
souls will
the-
die.
What about the riddle on the wall? If you go this way, you know what I mean?
I'm worried about the ones next to the chests.
Does Steve see anything that would indicate? Did we have somebody pop Divine Sense in here? Everything was consecrated?
Everything
Every
was
single item?
desecrated.
Or desecrated, sorry.
And yes, and also Steve's true sight did not reveal anything other than what I said.
Are
Not-
statues
none of it was-
movable?
Apparently, yes. You were able to drag the one across the
Oh, we
floor.
moved the urn.
No, you
No, we
moved
moved
the
the-
northwestern statue.
Oh.
Yeah, the one that's above the little hallway. It was parked over top of a hole.
Can I move? Oh, I want to see. Should I move the chest? Like, bring it over to near the hole?
We just.
I want to pop the top off the.
I want to throw the statues down the stairs.
Yeah, I was just
I'm
thinking that.
so
Why don't we,
helpful.
if we're
Yeah.
that worried about the statues, why don't we, take the time and all the strength checks we need to just shove them through the silver doors?
Yeah, it's,
I like that. I like that.
So what are you guys actually doing? Because I heard a couple people talking.
taking the iron statues and hauling them through the silver doors down the stairs. Well, I mean, to the stairs, and then we'll let gravity do the rest.
Man, I
Sure.
really want one. I really want the maces and the swords and stuff, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah,
Let's take
I
the
mean,
weapons off then.
Do the weapons appear to be attached as one part of, like one statue
Yes.
whole?
Yes, it
They
is.
don't
It
seem to
appears to
be-
be. They appear to be made out of one solid chunk of iron, worked
Damn
into
it.
this shape.
Okay, never mind then.
Oh, that's useless anyway. You'd want a steel sword and an iron sword.
Yeah.
Okay,
But yes, you guys can
the
spend
party as a whole-
about an hour moving these statues around. It's heavy and hard work, but possible. And eventually, you just loud clang as you throw these statues down these stairs. The 4 statues are no longer in the room.
Sweet.
Can we close the silver doors so they can't reopen from the other side?
Yeah, you can close the silver doors. When
Okey-doke.
you do,
Oh yay!
you hear a soft click as the doors close.
Locking in place. Good. That's good.
You notice there is no keyhole, no depression on this side. These are just plain metal doors here.
That's fine. We don't need to go back.
I would like to open the top of the urn.
Okay.
He wants to uncork it.
All right. So who said that?
That would be Jodan.
Okay.
Jodan.
Yes, you pry up this brass stopper. Smoke immediately begins billowing out of the urn and forming in front of you into a roughly humanoid shape that then takes form. And a large red-skinned man with a scimitar forms in front of you. Looks like this.
Oh yay!
And he laughs and I was like, you opened my urn. Congratulations on your bravery or your stupidity, whichever one it was.
Wake up, Tommy.
He's looking at you, Rodon, when he says that.
Oh yeah.
What are you rolling?
Yeah.
Rodon, what are you rolling?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, initiative. I thought he was so aggressive. Sorry.
He didn't ask for initiative.
Yeah, he's talking
now.
like you can attack him, I suppose, if you want to.
No,
He
I
just
don't
greeted you.
Yeah, he came out and started talking.
I didn't want to. I just had rolled it, and then I was not paying attention because I assumed we were going to go initiative, and I just hit enter on accident. But anyway,
Can I just say
He just greeted you when you
pants?
let him free.
Sararak.
And what name do you go by?
My name is Jodan. I come from Neverwinter.
Neverwinter, that is a interesting place that I've always heard such tales about.
Yes. Come from a lineage that was a part of the Lord's Alliance.
Fascinating.
We seem to be trapped here in your tomb.
Oh, this is not my tomb.
Out.
This is not my tomb at all.
Is this
Ask him
an
who
area
he
to
is.
keep the world safe from you?
I
In
am
the
more of
prison.
a gatekeeper, I suppose you could say, a janitor of sorts.
What are you taking care of?
Why, this tomb, of course. Do you think the silver polishes itself?
Okay.
But you should be rewarded for your bravery, for your unbridled curiosity, despite the nature of this place, and that you keep opening and touching things. And so, to that end, I'm willing to grant you one wish. What is it your heart desires?
I would like the adamantium rods of Bel.
And you shall have them! And he snaps his fingers, and 9 large adamantine rods appear on the ground around you, forming a nonagon.
Okay. We'll pick them up and put them in the bag of holding.
Yay, more shit for the bag of holding.
They're not
All right,
putting
crush the
anything in the
thing.
bag of holding.
Crush the thing.
What?
Yes. No.
Can I
he
just
put
say, sir,
other
you have some cool
bag of
pants.
holding. Okay. Well, we're gonna get going later, dude.
So does
Crush
that
the
mean you're
thing.
also guarding those chests?
Not at all. What is a tomb without treasure at the end of it? You are the brave adventurers. I shall simply stand here and watch as you do your adventuring things.
It sounds like sarcasm.
That sounds like a lot of sarcasm.
This feels like a trap.
And
Oh,
he
what's
looks
the worst
seriously
that's
at you and he's like, "You have gone through this entire dungeon. You have encountered trap upon trap upon trap. And you worry that this is also trapped? You might very well be right. But then again, that's half the fun, isn't it?"
Yes. Would you care to join us?
No, I'm currently employed here, and I like it here.
Who's your employer?
Yes. But
Why, a Serorak, of course. Who do you think built this tomb? Me? No, I'm no builder. I'm just a caretaker.
What is your name?
I am Hamder.
Well, Hamder, our friend here, the large pit fiend, he's gonna be the ruler of Vernon. It seems like better employment if you want to join us.
I'm just gonna say, stop asking NPCs to
I'll
join us.
pass, but thanks for the offer. It is most generous of you.
Dalthor, should we open those chests? Because I kind of want to.
Can I take a closer look at the chests?
Sure, make an investigation check.
That would be terrible investigations.
I'm not gonna roll a second one. I already know there's no secret door here.
Alright, so the first thing you notice is that these massive boxes are embedded into the stone floor, and neither can possibly be moved. You can also tell that they are triple locked, that is, there are 3 keyholes on it. And each of them shows marks of prying, battering, and similar treatment.
So we're not getting into them.
Or they didn't have a thief.
That's
Very true.
do the thief thing.
All right. I will try to pick one of the locks.
Okay.
Does it matter the order, or is
Uh,
there like a left, right, center, top?
yes,
middle,
it is
bottom?
a left, right, and center.
Okay. I'll just work left or right. I'll start with the leftmost on the from the map, the western chest.
Okay. The rightmost one in the western chest. Got it. Go ahead and make a Thieves' Tools check.
And I'm just going to look over his shoulder.
Why?
Because I
Gonna
want
get
stuff too.
stabbed.
Alright, yeah, you hear a click come from the lock.
All right, I will continue to the center one, moving along. I think you said I took the right one first, so I'm moving to the left then.
Okay.
So,
So this is the center one you're going for now?
yep, yeah, I'll
Guidance.
continue going to the left. Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
can give me guidance too, can't he? It's a D4,
You could
right?
give him guidance. Yes, it would be a D4.
Guidance on all of these.
Okay. I think I got that one.
Yep. You hear a click come from that lock.
And then moving to the leftmost one, the last one on the western chest.
Alright.
I also think I got that one.
You do. And as you unlock the third and final lock, you hear a soft flop sound come from the other 2 locks. And who is standing behind you?
I think it was Boris.
Alright, so Dalthor and Boris, you both get hit by a little needle that shot out of these locks. And I need you both to make Constitution saving throws versus poison.
All right.
I also have a resistance to poison.
You also have advantage. Roll another d20. You have advantage.
Oh yeah, I do have advantage too.
You're a dwarf.
Alright, so with advantage, Boris passed. Dalthor did not, and will take the full amount of damage.
Okie doke.
So, Dalthor, you take 44 points of poison damage.
I also have advantage. It's a trap.
It is a trap, yes.
I forget about the mechanics.
Well, roll your advantage then.
Yep. Well, I mean, either way, I'm still going to take something.
You're taking something, but roll. It matters.
Well, they also get +4.
Okay, well, I still got a 17.
Yeah, so a 17 fails, and you take 44 points of poison damage. Joe, hold on.
Here.
Boris.
I'm within feet of them, right?
I don't know. You guys aren't telling me where you all are all the time. So yeah, go ahead. What's your aura?
10 feet, so it gets a +4.
+4. Okay. So a +4 would mean that Dalthor passes.
Oh, okay.
And so you take half of that, 22 points of poison damage. Now, Boris, you passed, and so that halves the damage you would take to 22. And then you said you have resistance?
Yep.
Poison? Alright, so resistance would have it further to 11 points of poison damage.
Fucking nice.
And then I also have resistance to traps, so...
Right, so you both take 11 points of damage total.
Okie dokie. Probably the two best people that could have been standing next to that trap.
Mm-hmm.
A dwarf and a thief.
Aha, see?
Now, I'm just curious, so if I built this as a dwarf, would that stack again and again, or just normal 11?
It'd be like 6 damage.
No. That's why I'm asking under, because sometimes resistances don't stack like that. So having resistance against poison and then resistance against traps, would that stack, or would that just be one resistance?
That would just be one resistance.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I was
okay.
now I was thinking about it. I was like, now I want to build a thief dwarf.
So generally
and try
speaking,
finding poison traps.
So generally speaking, if it says, you know, the wording is different, is you only get resistance once. So when you pass the save, you're not getting resistance. It actually halves the damage incoming. That's why you then apply the resistance on top of that. But only once. But it's like advantage. Only one source of resistance is necessary to get resistance. It does not stack.
Okay, I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then can I look inside of the westward chest?
Yes, you open the lid of this chest, which you see filled with about 10,000 small gems, glittering in the light.
Okay.
They are of various kinds, and each appears to be of not less than 50 gold value each.
Okay. Well, I will relay this to the party and say, hey, loaded gems. Can someone check if there is any type of magical power on some of these gems? I don't want another bag of holding incident where we threw something in the bag of holding and it exploded.
Meanwhile, Dalthor just starts picking gems up and putting them in the bag of holding.
Well, that's interesting, Balthar.
No,
So,
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
I was 100% kidding. I just wanted to make the joke.
Hey, while this is all going on, can I talk to our friend that just appeared?
You can, but hold on, because let's resolve this. We can only resolve one thing at a time.
Does anybody have like an empty pouch?
I have several empty pouches. What size?
Large.
Okay, I hand him an empty backpack.
Where'd you get it? I'm curious. That empty backpack.
Several of our party members had backpacks.
Right, but where was it stored?
Inside of the bag of holding.
Yeah, because when you reach in there, your bag of holding is just a bag.
What's that?
It's just a pouch. There's nothing in it.
Interesting. Slight problem, guys.
Uh-huh.
Bag of holding's just a bag now.
Oh, was it the deal you made with Homie G? Because we asked for like a large sort of like
No, it
wish,
was me
right?
because I dispelled magic, and he was in the room.
No, you
Dispel magic doesn't work
on
that
a
way.
thing. Yeah, you dispel magic on something. You don't just cast dispel magic and it creates
Right,
a
it's
bubble
not
of dispelled
radial.
magic. And
Oh,
yeah,
I'm thinking
It's because
it's
you put a bag inside a bag.
no. I think it's something to do with
no,
this
it's nothing to
guy.
do with that. If you put a bag of holding inside of a bag of holding, that's how you delete a tesseract or Terrasec, or what's the dinosaur thing again? You know what I'm talking about, Underdark. Anyway,
No, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
the giant dinosaur T-Rex thing.
What about it?
Man, you just found a real fast way to delete them.
Oh.
2 bags of holding.
Yes.
Okay, so can I have
So all of the contents of the bag of holding are missing right now.
right. So then I'm just gonna. How many gems
So
are in? Just a bunch of them. Can I just throw them in my bag?
Yeah.
I'd like to clarify the bag of holding. When I took those rods of adamantium and put them in the bag of holding, it was still a bag of holding.
No, it was not.
Okay, well, I did that earlier and you didn't say anything.
I didn't hear you say that. As far as I'm aware,
because
those
everybody was
rods are
talking
still
over
on the
everybody.
ground, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, then the rods are still on the ground. All right, never mind then.
Under.
Yeah.
Does that mean our coin to get back to Bell's Fortress is gone?
Yep, that was in the bag of holding.
Cool.
It wasn't a coin; it was a glass statue.
Glass statue. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, then I'm just gonna put the gems in my backpack.
Okay. So, yeah, it's about 200 pounds of gems.
Okay. How about just like
I can carry them.
someone want to split some? Because I don't really have a pouch. I can take about 100 pounds of it.
I can hold all of it.
I can hold about up to
I can
300 pounds.
also
Oh,
take
you're
all of it.
Goliath. Yeah, you could. I can hold about 300. I only have 141.
Oh, I can only take 100 right now. Let's
Okay,
split
just 100
75,
each person.
35, 50.
Okay, just give me quite a bit of gems just in case we get back to hell and we can probably buy some armor and stuff.
They don't use gold in hell.
Oh, they don't. Damn it. Okay, then someone grab these gems. I have no use for them.
So, Smoky Man's still standing here?
Yes.
Can I ask him about the bag of holding?
Yeah, and he laughs and says, "Aha! I'm the only one that can use magic in this room. All other magic is suppressed."
Okay.
Oh.
So it's fine.
Leave the room.
So
Okay.
if I go down the hole and check the bag of holding, what happens?
You have a bag of holding again. It starts working as soon as you leave the room.
Okay. I pulled 2 backpacks out of it and tossed it back.
Throw one to me.
And
Can I ask this man how we're gonna get these doors back open?
That's the beauty of it. You don't.
Who cares? We don't have to go down the doors back open. Go down the hole.
Down the hole, yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole northern hallway we haven't explored, so that could be an easy way out. We don't need to go back the way we came.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a linear dungeon. Usually there's a loop back to the beginning. Sometimes there isn't, so we might have to, bash the silver doors down, but we'll cross that bridge when the river floods.
It's like Skyrim, bro. You go to the end and then somehow you find a way back to the shortcut to the front. So, out.
Okay, well, after getting the bag from Delthor, we fill a bag with gems.
And then you can just pass it back down to me and I'll throw it in the bag of holding.
Cool.
It's 200 pounds of gems.
200? Oh, okay, we can't put anything. We can't put anything else in the bag of holding except for 3 pounds of something.
I can hold the backpack.
Yeah, I'll just go to the Goliath.
I can hold 75 pounds of it. Yeah,
Okay.
I can hold 75.
Then I will come back up and can I pick the locks on the other chest? I'm assuming it's the similar 3-lock system.
It is a similar 3-lock system.
All right. Can I look at it closely to see if there's any traps?
Sure, make an investigation check.
Don't forget guidance.
Yep. Thank you, sir. 1 second, I'm texting somebody. And sitting down. Okay. So guidance and investigation check. Sorry about that. Shitty.
So, knowing that it's, the nature of the other trap, you're able to look specifically for that kind of trap. And yes, you can see that there are little nozzles in there that look like they might very well shoot out some needles.
Is there any way of disarming them before picking the locks? Or plugging them or bending them?
You think some wax or clay would be able to block them sufficiently to prevent a needle from coming out?
I could just hold my great axe in front of it, in front of the two that you haven't done yet.
I have a shield.
I've got 48 candles. I'll climb
It
back
also
down the
works.
hole, go in the bag of holding, and retrieve one candle out of the bag, and then climb back up, and then take the candle and just shove it in the hole to plug the needles.
Okay, so you're just going to this chest and plugging the 3 locks?
Yep, I'm just putting a little bit of wax in the with a small tool, plugging the holes.
Sure, absolutely. You can carve up your candle and shove it into the wax into the keyholes.
All right. And since I have 48 of the fuckers, I'm just gonna say that cost me a whole fucking candle.
Yes, that was one candle. You broke it into thirds.
Candles. Okay. All right, then I will proceed to pick the locks.
Well, they're all blocked. You just shoved a bunch of wax in them.
I was planning. You said I could see the nozzle that dispenses the poison.
Yes, it's integral to the lock. You had to block the whole lock. I said you didn't get that.
Okay. So
yeah, usually shoving the wax into the lock to stop the needle from escaping.
Okay, then I wouldn't have done that. Then I would just pick the locks.
Okay.
I'll
you would have
poison damage.
You would have obviously remembered that it didn't fire till you'd unlocked the third one, and it only shot out of the 2 you weren't currently picking.
So I could pick off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Sure.
So
3.
You want me to just do
3 thieves' tools checks? Then we'll just speed it up a bit.
You want me to just repeat roll all of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just make sure I'm not standing in anything. Or are they blocked?
Okay,
yeah, everybody's fine.
The party's able to stand to the side and make sure they're not in the firing line of these needles.
The secret doors, resistance damage, trap advantage on saves. Okay, so I don't have any advantage for picking locks. Okay,
correct.
Just double checking. D20 plus 12 plus D4. Repeat roll 3 times. I think I managed it.
Yes, you are easily able to pick the 3 locks. Upon picking the 3rd lock, a couple needles go shooting out and skittering across the floor.
All right, what happens when I open this one?
Inside, you see 10,000 platinum pieces.
Cool.
All right.
Of course, when Steve looks at it, that's not what he sees.
Oh, what does Steve see? And Steve would say something before I touch them, I'm assuming.
Steve, you see that it looks to be full of 10,000 copper pieces.
I say, hey, don't touch that.
Why? It's shiny.
It's not
Thief
shiny.
has to thief.
It's not as shiny as you may think it is.
Oh. So when I pick up one of the platinum pieces, does anything happen, or does it just appear as a piece of platinum still?
Yeah, you're just holding it. It looks to be a normal platinum piece.
But for Steve, he can see it's copper in my hand.
Exactly.
Okay. So I'll just 10,000 copper pieces.
200 pounds of coins, if you're wondering.
Yep. So yeah, I'll use the other backpack to hold that.
Give that to the Goliath.
Yeah.
Hey, look at you. I'll hold it though.
I think a lot of us just split up the gems. Jake, Steven has 40. Jodan has 75. I have 25.
As long as you guys have that accurately on your sheets, it is okay.
And
but if people are going to take
all
items and not jot them down on their sheets, that's when we start running into issues later on when the items come up.
Well, then we're only carrying 135 of the 200, so I'll just grab the 50 instead.
Hey, Under, can I look in my bag of gems and see if there's any diamond?
Yeah, you look at them, and while there are, in fact, a bunch of gems in there, they all appear to just be quartz.
Ah, I see.
So I'm just going to put this on my own notes. How many gems were there total and their weight and value?
So there were 10,000 gems, each of which was a third of an ounce. So 50 gems to a pound.
Okay.
Which is incidentally the same weight of a coin.
Okay. And so we have that spread out across some of the party. Some people put it in their backpack. Some people use the extra backpack that we had.
How much did you say each the gems would be cost?
Minimum of 50 gold.
Yeah, you saw various kinds of gems in there, and they were to be not less than 50 gold each.
Okay. So
I can just put hold the other backpack if it's full of the copper ones.
Yep. So we have a backpack full of copper coins that somebody has. That's 10,000 copper coins that Steve relayed to us and said they look like platinum, but they're actually copper.
I got those on my sheet.
Okay. So you have 200 pounds of copper coins in one backpack. Don't forget the backpack also weighs 5 pounds. Backpack is an item. It has a weight.
Yep.
Alrighty then. And who was the person who said they were going to talk to the Afridi?
That was Steve. You wanted to communicate with him.
Yeah, so Steve. So we can handle this now. So while they were messing around with the gems, so you go up to the genie?
Sorry, I was trying to get my thing unlocked. I was trying to ask him. Well, I've already asked him, and he said you don't, and then he left. So I kind of asked him, what do you mean by you don't?
Well, the door's locked from this side. Your only way out is forward.
And what can you tell me about forward?
Absolutely nothing. It is something that you will have to discover for yourselves.
You play a funny game, Magic Man.
I like your funny words.
All right. How much do the 9 rods weigh? Or each, I guess. How much does one of the adamantium rods weigh?
Stand by. I have to look
No
that
worries.
up.
Because I will put those in the bag of holding. I'll just hop down the hole and have somebody pass the rods to me.
Yeah.
And then I'll put them in the bag of holding. Yeah, no, Steve, I'm not worried about putting the adamantium rods in the bag of holding. What you were interrupting earlier. That wasn't what caused the bag of holding to go kaboom. It was I'm assuming a potion of dimensional door or teleport or something along the lines of some sort of potion that was plane shifting in some nature. And when you put 2 plane shift items together, and the rods are not a plane shifting item, we already had them in the bag of holding. So,
Gotcha. I just wanted to make sure.
yep, no worries. No, it was a good catch. It was a good thing to stop, and just in case. I mean, same with the gems. But again,
Wait, so we have
generic loot.
the adamantine rods. That means we're done with this dungeon. Do you guys want to keep going to explore more of it?
Well, we have to explore more to see the rest of it.
True. Oh, because we're just gonna go lay down, then we're just gonna do the statue, and Belle's gonna teleport us back.
Yeah. All we have to do is shatter this statue, which only Royce and Steve actually know how it works mechanically.
Yeah.
3 pounds each.
3 pounds? Okay, cool. That is not enough for me to worry about. Transfer that number down. So many fucking... So much math. 261. Bag of holding is at 310 pounds. With the adamantine rods. It's the only addition. Oh, now I see what you're saying about plugging the needles. I could have picked the first 2 locks, plugged the needles, and then picked the 3rd lock. I didn't even think of that.
It's alright.
That's okay. Save me a candle. Hope you fucking do. All right. So yeah, let's proceed down the hole, and then I will, if he wants to, continue talking to the genie. Actually, we asked the genie before we leave if he would be like to be put back into his bottle, or if he doesn't mind if he's left roam free. So leave the cork out, or we'll put the cork back in. It's up to him.
Oh, leave it and be on your way. I can deal with it on my own.
All right. Can I keep it? Thief smiling.
You can certainly try. He
I
grins
set it on
back
the
at
ground.
you.
Set it on the ground in front of me and just slide it towards him.
He just
All
keeps
right.
grinning at you.
All right. I will climb down the hole then.
Okay.
And proceed to that northern hallway that we haven't explored yet. Although, I mean, technically, we could still dick around with that southern and see what's inside that little whatever besides the adamantium rods that were given to us with a wish spell that was quite a waste.
I'm sorry.
Have we figured out about the little slot in the?
Yes.
Just look like a sword slot.
So, what? Where was there a sword slot?
It was the rectangular box thing at the left side of the hallway in the hole.
To the south? Yeah, I was saying we could go check that out. If we wanted to investigate as a party as a whole, now that we've cleaned this room out.
I'm down. I'll go down to the hole with you.
I'll go with you as well.
I would assume everybody in the party is joining us. Does anybody have any reason to stay in the room with the genie?
Nope.
No,
Do we want to try opening the coffin or the sarcophagus, or are we just going to leave it shut?
leave it shut.
Yeah, we got the
Leave it shut,
adamantium
yeah.
rods, so yeah, we're fine with leaving that shut. So let's go check this little the box in the floor out.
Just let
And
the
have the
genie know
entire-
his door's bleeding, and then we'll head out.
What'd you say?
Like, hey, your door's bleeding. See you
No,
later,
it
man.
stopped bleeding.
Oh.
Put the scepter and stop bleeding.
Yeah, it
Oh.
stopped bleeding. But anyway, so yes, the party as a whole is going to go take a look at that little 2 foot by 4 foot box or hole in the ground. I remember.
Yeah. So it's all pile in there. You're standing there looking at around this depression, a few inches deep and about 2 feet square in the center of the floor.
Yes. Yeah.
Apparently, just observing it does not cause anything to happen. So what do you guys do?
Stand on it.
It's a depression. It goes down, but you could put a foot in
Stand
there.
into it. Yeah, stand
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, you put a foot in there. Feels like stone. Nothing happens.
My sword in it.
Mm-hmm. You
Oh,
tap your sword into it. Nothing happens.
Okay, put the
When he does
scepter-
that, I take the scepter away from him so he doesn't have it anymore. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, I noticed when Boris does that his sword is just a mundane, non-silvered longsword. So I was like, "Hey, I got an upgrade for you," and I give him a silvered longsword, and then I take the regular longsword back from him.
Okay. And sorry, who has the scepter? And they were saying they were going to do something with it.
I'm done. I mean, Jodan.
Jodan.
Okay. And what
I
are you
forgot
doing?
about that.
What are you doing with the scepter?
Gold end in.
You put the
Sticking the
golden
golden
end
in
into it. Okay. You touch the gold end to it, and nothing happens.
Silver.
All right. You turn it around, touch into the depression with the silver end. Nothing happens.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say roll a new character.
Not this time.
Bummer.
Touch it with the Ethereum, the rod part.
Yeah, let's do that.
The Electrum.
All right. You lay the scepter in there so that the electrum is in there. Nothing happens.
Can I smash it with a great axe?
Sure. You smash into it with your great axe. It has no effect.
All right. Well, that's where the rods. Well, I'm not really too worried about it anymore.
Yeah, I was
Can I
just curious if we could get into it and see if there was more in there.
Can I ask the genie about it?
I was just going to say, can we all go back up to the... We're keeping the party as a whole, so if we're going to move, the entire party is moving together, unless somebody voices an objection, everybody is staying together. So if we're going back up to the room, the entire party is going back up to the genie room. So we're all gonna go back up to the genie room and say, "Hey, what's up with the hole in the ground down there?"
Well, obviously it's a puzzle. I do like my puzzles. Have you figured it out yet?
Has anybody checked the sarcophagus?
We're not touching the sarcophagus.
Okay.
We have enough experiences with sarcophaguses. We're not touching sarcophaguses.
All right, let's just go
All right. Can I ask him for any sort of hint that he's willing to give, whether it's a riddle or not?
Make a persuasion check.
I'm halfway decent at these.
Should be better. The best of those.
Not the best.
Ugh.
He thinks about it. He's like, I think I can give you an analogy. What you found first went to the first. What you found second goes to the second.
Okay. Let's go back down
is
there.
it weighted? Do you think the
Let's go back
coins
down.
are used?
Just go back down there. The bronze key.
Yeah,
What we found third.
that is what we found third.
So let's try the bronze
Bronze
key.
key.
Set it in the depression. See what happens.
Okay. You hear a little click when you set the bronze key into the hole. And you can notice that it looks almost like it's meant to rotate in there.
Give it a turn. Well,
All right.
whoever has the key.
I do.
Alright, yeah. So as you finish turning the key, the floor upon which you all stand begins to tremble. And then abruptly starts to rise towards the ceiling 25 feet above. Roll initiative.
Ouch.
Can I reroll that one under?
Yep.
Damn
I
it.
think you got that lucky feat because you seem to get a lot of ones. Or lucky
Halflings are
trait.
the best.
Yeah.
Steve, you need to roll initiative as well. I said you would keep them all together, so I need everybody that's there roll initiative.
Unless they
Steve, you here?
Another one.
Jake.
Steve, Jake.
Jake.
This is not something you can take the dodge action for.
You could, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, it's really hard to dodge the ceiling. Somebody call him.
I'm trying to find his number.
I called him.
Connected or is no longer in service.
What the
If you
fuck?
feel either
I think you got the wrong number there, Chief.
Yeah, I called him and sir.
What happened? Sorry.
Roll initiative.
sir.
Roll initiative. Fuck.
Yeah, so you guys were all, they finish turning the key and the floor begins to tremble and abruptly start rising towards the ceiling. Alright, so, Dalthor, what do you do?
I'm going to not be here.
Where do you go?
So it's just this room that's moving up and down, correct? So beyond the doorway,
It is moving up, yes. It's not moving up and down, it is just moving up.
Yeah, yeah. This particular area where we're standing is moving up, but beyond the doorway that we came through by the hallway is not moving.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to move there. I'm staying against the wall so people can move past me.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm unsure of what else I can do other than if somebody's not fast enough,
All right.
throwing them a rope, I guess.
All right, so you take out a rope and you throw it over there. That's fine. Thick. Do you do anything?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna follow the little thief.
All right, you run off. Anything else?
Just try to. I guess I'll run as far as I can to make room.
Okay, yeah,
Not blocking anybody.
sure. Royce?
Yeah, do the same thing that Thick does.
Okay.
Take the dash. I'll take the dash action.
Okay. I mean, you only have to go 15 feet, but sure.
Yeah, I want to do it extra fast.
Yep. Yodan?
Oh, I'm gonna go do the same thing, except I'm gonna go up and around the north hallway corner and around.
Ah, okay. You get out of a potential line of fire, I see.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, and Steve.
Yep, I'm right behind Bobby.
Who?
Just trying to make room for everyone else.
Okay.
What's left is Boris.
Right, unfortunately for Boris, he did not roll high enough on his initiative. The floor rises into the ceiling, crushing Boris into paste. He's dead.
Fuck!
Well, the benefit is you can just basically keep your character sheet and change your name.
Yes, unfortunately, this does not retract. So all of his equipment is pinned up there.
Oh, there goes the silver longsword. Darn it.
But the rest of you can see that the rising of the floor in the southern part of the room reveals a mithril vault. And there is a door in the center of the device with a ring set into it.
Like a ring that we can take out?
Like a door pull.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go pull the door pull. Are we out of initiative order?
Yes, it was just to determine on whether or not you got off the platform in time before it crushed you against the ceiling.
Ah, I gotcha. Guessing it was 10.
It was 10. Steve just barely made it.
Oh, Steve! Our Super Angel almost got squished.
Could you have taken someone with you when you face stepped, or did you not face step?
No. I could have face stepped somebody and then moved because I have the ability to send somebody through a Fey portal.
That is true. You could have, but you didn't.
But I was unaware of the what the initiative order was for. The floor started moving. Dalthor did not go, oh, people that I barely know, I should see what I can do about saving them. Dalthor saved his own ass. So, anyway, yeah, I'll go take a look at this door. I'm not going to touch anything quite yet. Just,
okay. Yeah, it is that's shining silvery mithril.
Can I take a closer look at the door with a magnifying glass? See if there's any traps, etc.?
Sure, make an investigation check.
Alright, gentlemen, then I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed here so that you guys have fun.
Alright, have a good night.
Go change some stuff in my character sheet.
You're getting good at building characters.
I'm thinking about building a wizard next.
Again?
Well, I'm gonna stick with this character, obviously, but like later in the future, yeah. Because I'm gonna bring in another gnome, probably.
So yeah, I was using a magnifying glass. I'm assuming advantage is fine for normal advantage for trap check. Okay.
Yep. And you do not find any evidence of traps.
Okay, then I'll give her a yank.
All right.
No sense wasting any time.
Yes, the door swings open, revealing a small metal room. A low, dust-covered bench near the back wall of the vault. On and around it are an abundance of items, and resting on one end of it is a human skull.
I think we need something like that. Well, Royce would know. Steve would know. None of us have a clue why the hell we're here.
So,
Yep.
From the door, you can see that, among these items are 97 small gems, 3 huge gems, a sword, an axe, a spear. I actually need to look up what this is. And a rapier. You can see various vials, several scrolls, a ring, a rod, a staff, and several other dusty, more mundane-looking items that don't have any intrinsic value. The skull itself isn't set with gems, and you can see that there are 2 large rubies set into the eye sockets, and 6 pointed marquee-cut diamonds set as teeth in the jaw.
Okie doke.
This is the den of a lich, correct?
I have no idea where the fuck I'm at.
Yeah.
I just mean this whole place in general. Isn't this the lich's house, essentially?
Yeah.
I just got here.
Where we were sent, yes, we were sent to retrieve an item from a lich.
Okay. Could be the lich.
We're in a vault.
Pretty
sure the lich is inside the sarcophagus we did not open.
We're in a vault that had
we're-
stuff you guys were looking for.
We're
Like,
in
now
a
we
high
have
security
stuff.
vault right now, not a sleepy
What
spot.
if this is the lich's simulacrum?
Under.
Yes.
I would like to take the axe.
Say again?
I would like to take the axe.
Okay. So you reach forward and grab the axe.
I'm good.
Yes, and as you grab it, you can tell that it is definitely a magical axe. And as you grab it, the dust in the vault swirls, forming a vaguely man-like shape, which is advancing on you, Joden. A hand outstretched towards you.
I don't like that.
What do you do?
Tell it to stop.
Okay. You yell, stop at it. It continues advancing. It is almost touching you.
I'm gonna run away from it.
Alright, you back away from it.
I'm running.
Alright, yeah, you saddle off from there and run out. The man-like shape of dust turns to face the party and begins advancing towards you guys.
Grab and go, boys! Grab and go!
I grab the axe out of his hand and throw it back into the vault to see what happens.
Okay, yeah, you kind of throw it back into the vault. It would end up going through this dust cloud. And it passes through the dust cloud, briefly disrupting the area it rips through. And you can see the dust cloud stagger back a bit as if hurt by that. It then regains its footing and begins advancing again.
Okay.
I'll face step behind it.
And I think at this point you guys should roll initiative.
Okie doke.
Oh my god.
Steve, a motherfucking cleric.
I want to be clear, Dalthor, you have not yet moved.
Yep, I understand. As soon as you said initiative, I was like, okay, I'll wait till my turn. But I'm going to do the same thing.
What I mean, though, is you're also not beholden to that action.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
But you have not moved, and you can choose on your turn to do something different. All right, Steve. So what do you do?
Well, this thing is advancing on us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do 2 Eldritch Blasts then.
All right, roll to hit.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep the vault contents with the initiative order for the copy paste.
Okay.
So if people want to pick stuff up, they can see it that easily.
I will get the axe. No, great axe. Fine.
Nice rolls.
You have the sword. Long sword.
Okay, those both hit. Roll damage. Okay, yeah, you see the Dustman stagger back a bit from this. Anything else?
I'm guessing that was my action, so I couldn't grab a scroll.
So generally picking up an item from the floor is an item interaction. An action is an action. So you could move forward, kind of rush through this guy's space, and try to grab a scroll.
No, because I don't want to touch him.
Okay.
I'll just kind of. How high is the ceiling here?
The inside of the vault is 10 feet tall.
Oh, so. I'll just kind of back up then.
Okay. Thick.
Don't go.
Thick, are you here?
Somebody throw
He's
something at him.
unmuting. He's unmuting.
Does it look like people can leave without provoking an attack of opportunity on it?
Say again?
Or does it look like you could enter melee and leave without it having an attack of opportunity?
No. If you leave a creature's zone of control, they get an attack of opportunity.
Oh. And it's just a dust cloud, huh?
It is a man-shaped dust cloud that is advancing menacingly at you. So what do you do?
Yeah, just throw a javelin at it.
Okay. Roll to hit. That hits. Roll damage.
A very nimble dust cloud.
Not at all. Alright, yeah, your javelin goes through, kind of tearing through that dust cloud. You see it stagger a bit more. Anything else?
No, how close am I to it? Do I know?
It is 10 feet away from you currently.
Yeah, I'll back up. How long is the hallway we're in? Do we
30
have
feet. You have 30
a
feet
map of
behind
it?
you. Yes, you do.
30 feet and then up the stairs and then north goes left, right?
Yeah.
Upstairs.
So you guys are in that hallway on the left there. You have 30 feet behind you.
Yeah, can I back up to where the stairs are? Or not the stairs, back up to where it goes west
Sure.
and like take a peek around?
Yeah,
Before
you
I
can
go
see that the
all the way
hallway
through?
goes to the west and then turns back to the south. Like it loops
okay.
around.
I'll just stand at that
Alright.
corner.
Okay. Yoden?
Yeah. I'm gonna double Kapinga attack.
Alright, you rush into melee. Roll to hit. Both hit.
Both. I'm gonna pump two. I'm gonna pump a level 2 divine smite into each of them.
Okay.
Any bonus?
No bonus.
Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 8 d8 plus my. So 10, 11 d8.
Okay.
How'd I do?
Alright, you smack him twice. It staggers back. The sand's kind of fading away a bit before reforming. A little bit thicker than before.
Uh-oh.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that axe
Okay.
and run away again.
Alright. You grab the axe, kind of reaching around the dust guy. As you back away, he reaches out as if to touch you.
Yep.
Does a 20 hit you?
Just barely.
Okay.
Guess what?
You take 17 points of necrotic damage from his touch.
That's not bad. Okay. That is all.
Alright.
And then I full 30.
Say again?
Moving my full 30 feet away.
Alright, yeah, you run to the north of the hallway. You have the axe in your hand. Dalthor.
I would like to resume face stepping, step behind him, grab the rapier and the spear. Assuming it would cost me more than just item interaction to grab both of them.
Sure.
And then zip back out into the hallway past him.
Okay.
And use my bonus action disengage to move through his space. And then, if I can, throw the spear to the Goliath that I just watched chuck a javelin. And
Okay.
I suppose I could grab the sword too if I'm grabbing everything, eh?
You have two hands, so pick two items.
Okay, yeah, spear and rapier. Then I'll keep the rapier for myself, and I throw the spear to the Goliath, and I say, "Here, catch."
Okay.
Under what
And,
size axe grab, by the way?
Say again?
What was the axe I grabbed? Like
It-
as far
you don't
as
know,
like,
it's
great
some-
axe, regular.
What are you proficient with?
I'm strength.
It's a great axe.
Fuck. No, I'm not giving it that. All right, perfect.
Alright, but yeah, you can hand those out. Anything else, Dalthor?
Nope, I'm just my maximum distance away from him, and then turn around with the rapier in my hand, and well, that's it. That's action,
All right.
bonus action move, and a lot of fun stuff happening.
Mm-hmm. Royce?
Is this guy like floating off the ground?
No, he appears to be walking.
Okay.
Though he is made up of a dust cloud, so
Is he like in the doorway?
basically, yes. He's like just inside the doorway of the vault at this point.
I'll pump 4 radiant, some bolts at it.
Okay, well, roll to hit.
Can I reroll that one?
Yeah. Okay, those all hit. That partially discorporates this dust cloud, and while it's still vaguely man-shaped, you think you've done a significant amount of damage to it at this point.
Sweet.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'll action surge and hit it 2 more times.
Sure. Roll to hit. These are radiant bolts, right?
All radiant.
Okay. Those both hit. Okay, yeah, there's just enough of him to barely make out that outline.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. It is going to step out of the vault and float. Let's see, everyone backed up except for you, Rice, so you're actually the closest person to it.
Bring it on.
Yeah, and it's going to kind of approach you, and then it's going to kind of overlay itself on you. And I'm going to need a charisma save versus possession.
How far is Royce?
10 feet. He's in the aura.
Okay, Royce, you get a +4.
Sweet. Okay.
You have a -1 to your charisma save?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys see this dust man kind of dissipate around Royce. Royce's eyes are glowing with a malevolent red light. Technically, Royce, you are considered incapacitated at this point. You can't take actions on your turn.
Okay.
Fuck.
Alright. Let's see. It is then going to turn and walk a bit closer to get close up to Dalthor. This would also put him in melee with Steve.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve, it is your turn. Yeah. So Royce, with his eyes, these T1000 malevolent red glow kind of burning in them. His body moving more like something wearing a Royce suit than Royce itself.
Okay, so I would be able to identify this as he's been possessed.
Yes, it is very obvious he has been possessed by this creature.
I have some magicalness for that.
Do you now?
I
Do
do.
you know which spell you need?
I'm looking for it right now.
Dispel good and evil.
Thank you.
I was wondering if you obviously as a cleric would know this is the spell you need, but I didn't know if you as the player would remember.
Well, I kept looking in my level. I keep looking at my higher level spells, but it's not.
Oh, thanks to Underdark, I'm very experienced with possessions.
Cool. Well,
Actually, no,
yeah.
it was AGR's campaign, wasn't it? Yeah, that was.
I think we've both of us have done.
Oh, it is a 5th level.
Yes, Dispel Evil and Good is a 5th level Abjuration Divine spell.
Right. Well, let's kick it.
All right, you cast it. Let's see. So as an action, you touch a creature that is charmed, frightened, or possessed. The creature you touch is no longer charmed, frightened, or possessed. So you cast your spell. The dust cloud sort of reforms around Royce in its vague humanoid shape. Royce's eyes stop glowing. Royce, you are back in control. Anything else, Steve? That was your action.
That was my action. So then what I'm going to do is, how many scrolls do I see?
Inside the room, you can see 6.
How much do scrolls weigh?
Negligible. 0.
It's paper.
Can I just do a sweeping motion, grab them, and run?
You'd have to go into the vault. They're 15 feet away.
And that would attack of opportunity?
You are in melee with the entity, so yes.
Wait, no, I'm in the vault. I should be in the vault, right?
You said you backed up when this guy had advanced.
Oh, I did. You're right. Okay, no. Let's just kill this guy and hit him with the bonus action spiritual weapon.
All right, you've cast spiritual weapon. Roll to hit.
I mean, a 15 hit it, so I don't think you'll miss.
Yeah, you hit.
It's a 1d8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I doing?
I don't know what you're doing, but not rolling.
You don't dive with the dice.
Okay. Your ethereal sword slashes into him, removing his final 2 hit points as the dust cloud collapses, and you guys are out of initiative.
I'm grabbing the scrolls.
Stop. And so, yeah, you run in there to start grabbing the scrolls, and that is where we will call it for the evening. You do have the scrolls. I don't yet have what they are, so just give me a second to look that up. In the meanwhile, before everyone leaves, let me grab everyone's XP.
Yeah, should get a decent chunk, eh? Alright. Dylan, you have that spear. I did throw that to you. So you do have the spear. I have the rapier. Joden has the axe. The sword is still in there.